Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East continued. Well, it's been a couple of days for me. I've got on a little bit of rest and let this work in my subconscious so we can figure something out. So at the moment, we're obviously fighting Great Britain and that's a joyous time as ever. We've got some armies chasing down their troops, which is fantastic, and it looks like we're going to start solidifying things in the Americas, which will be rather nice, as we do wish to siege them down and take a bit of war score. Now, on the other hand, because we declared imperialism, we need to take London. We need to overcome their navy, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. We have a decent number of sailors at least, which is nice, but we're going to have to build up a bit more of a navy. So, in preparation for that, we do need to go ahead and we'll switch over our naval doctrine. We're going to be basically spending 15,000 ducats and picking up the free oarsmen. Increasing our galley compatibility will be good for when it pairs with our ideas that are coming up for, where is this? I believe we get heavy and... Oh wait, have we already got the galley compatibility? Yes, we do. So we're going to try and build that up even higher. We're going to build more of a galley fleet if possible, just because we need as much, well, a cheap navy as possible, and I think that's where we could beat them. So, with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and continue on building up a few more naval units, as this is going to take a while. We do apparently need a new flagship, so we're going to go ahead and build one of those. I think we'll go ahead and build it in our capital. I can only assume that that would be a fairly quick way of doing things. We'll make it a heavy, as they do have more hit points. We want it to be able to, yeah, help us out as much as possible. So we'll build it as a heavy. Let's go ahead and add on a few nice little bonuses. Fleet engagement width could be nice. Yeah, more ships engaged would always be good. We could always go ahead and let's just double check that we've got everything. We don't need the naval tradition. We don't need the efficiency on privateering. Skills, I don't think that's a huge benefit. Again, fairly minimal. We also have, let's see, not onloading and offloading our marines. I think what we'll go for is some ship durability. Make sure we get the bonuses and keep them for longer. We'll go ahead and pick up the engagement width so we can get more ships in position. And then I think we go ahead and collect the flagship cannons. Make sure that we can do as much damage as possible and make use of our hit points. So that should be good. We'll go ahead and we will build that up, and hopefully that works. Now we still need plenty more ships, so I think what we'll do is, yeah, over here we'll go ahead and continue to build up our galley navy. We'll do another, I don't know, we'll do a couple of these. Now, we still do want a couple more of the heavies, so we won't just ignore that. But again, the price is so very nice and cheap, and they take so much less time to build. So, yeah, that is kind of a an idea. We'll also go ahead and let's build up a couple more up over here. And then, well, you know what? We'll just spend a little bit more. I know this does slow us down from getting the swap over for our naval doctrine, but at the end of the day, we're not really hurting on that front. It's not like we'll be engaging until later. Oh, and wait a second. Oh, we have the Suez Canal. My bad. Okay, we can go ahead and build those. I guess there was a couple of galleys, but you know what? At least we can now sail through here. I did somewhat forget that we had the Suez Canal all finished, which is delightful. Okay, well, you know what then? If that is the case, do we have any more? We have a couple of galleys and a heavy, so I suppose, you know what, we may want those transports too. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to sail them into the Mediterranean. We'll give you some basic stats, I suppose, and we'll send you across here. We'll figure out everything else later. All of you are heavies, so we've already got a nice little collection there. And then you are light ships. Yeah, we're not going to be sending you into battle. That would be a disastrous event. Alright, so let's see, what else have we got? More transports and lights. We're not going to use you. Got 146 galleys. Okay, we're probably just going to go ahead and rendezvous here later. So we'll just let you stay where you were at for now. And then hopefully we should be okay. But yeah, if we can go ahead and start beating up their navy, that means we can start landing, we can take everything, and then it'll all be over. We have apparently a huge amount of men here on a fort. But you know what, the attrition, I don't think I even care. It's just going to have to be what it is. You guys are sieging provinces, so you'll march your way around the long way. Yep, that should be fine. So, let's go ahead and see if our armies can finally catch out some of their troops. It's been a long time coming. Oh, right, and of course, I completely forgot that I have rebound some keys on the game. Yes. Turns out, you can middle mouse click and move around on the map. I never knew that that was a thing. Back when I originally got the game, I don't know if that was a thing, so I ended up putting pause in the middle mouse button as I can go faster and slower by, well, what do you call it? There's an extra third and fourth buttons, oh sorry, fourth and fifth buttons on my mouse where you can slide the wheel, and that allows you to, yeah, change the speed of the game. So either way, I'm just readjusting to that, so hopefully I don't make too many mistakes. We've got the auto pause on, so that should be fine, but we'll see how it all plays out. But either way, we have a lack of people. So what have we got? Sudebnik progress or Streltsy progress? Well, you know what? I think we can afford the state maintenance. That's a little bit of money. And Streltsy, yeah, that'll bring us, that'll decrease our war exhaustion, give us manpower. Not that we hurt on manpower, but I don't think autonomy is really a problem that we're dealing with. So let's go ahead and we'll pick that up. That should be fine. Alright, and that should be good. Alright, so we're catching out some of Great Britain's troops. That is wonderful. There goes the siege of Lund, so that's back in our control. Let's see, where are we at? Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, so we have you going to attack them. That's fine. And then up over here, where are our other troops? I believe we're marching down to take care of. Yeah, we've got you guys over here. Let's go. You know what? That's a good number of troops. I don't think we want to deal with them straight away. Let's go ahead and march over here. We'll go ahead and. Oh wait, are we stuck on a fort? Yeah, we're stuck on a fort, so let's go ahead and quickly take that. I don't think they'll attack us. It'll be a fairly close fight, but we've got backup coming our way. We should be able to go ahead and march through here fairly comfortably. Again, destroying their armies is the important thing that we do. So, yeah, hopefully that all pans out. Alright, what have we got here? Oh, that's the 2,000 stack done and dusted. You guys are heading down over there. Crossing a, what do we call it? Yeah, that should be fine. Let's just see, what else have we got? Already at 7%. Let's see, is there anything else that we need to worry about? You know what, right now it looks like they're able to deal with things. We're going to definitely need to help out, but it looks like we're mostly sorted. Yeah, okay, so we'll just focus on taking care of these British troops, and then we'll make our way up through Central America. Looks like this is going to be absolutely devastating. Even though they have mildly greater discipline, we have every other stat and all of the numbers. So that is all fine and dandy. Where are they heading? They are retreating down in this direction. Now, why they would want to do so... Oh, they're retreating a single province over. What a rookie error. But, you know what? It's not my problem. That's for them this time round. Alright, looks like Great Britain wants out of the war. I do not think we will accept. There we go. That should be the stack wipe that we were looking for. Lost a couple of men, but nothing too serious. Now let's go ahead and start using our numbers to our advantage. Let's march you up over here. That should be nice. 57%'s not bad. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright, so let's just keep an eye over here. We'll try... Actually, you know what? Our troops have to walk through. Yeah, we have military access, so that's good. Alright, and speaking of such things, I did happen to notice something that I missed at some point. We have a Lotharingia. Yeah, yeah, they're now their own very little country, and, well, not so little country. And, yeah, well done to them, I suppose. But either way, we don't have too much to do. Oh, you know what? We also have Gibraltar to attack, but unfortunately, it looks like we're out of military access there, so I guess that's going to be off the cards. Maybe... Actually, you know what we could do? We might be able to send one of our armies from here. Let's go ahead and march them all the way up there. They're not doing anything else right now. That may as well assist us. And then... Oh, did we have another army in Africa? Yes, we did. You guys are heading... where are you guys marching? Oh, you're marching all the way over here? No, no, no. You know what? We're going to go ahead and provide a little bit of support just to make sure that they don't have a large stack. You guys, though, you can definitely go ahead and start re-sieging all of this. If you want to do that, that would be fine. Okay, so either way, we'll let that do their own thing. We'll keep a careful eye on everything else. We should be fine. There is one siege that is over. That is great news. Let's go ahead and quickly zip on over. Oh, they're not going to be able to get any reinforcements in time. Fantastic. So when do you arrive? 8th of April? Alright then, let's go ahead and quickly go ahead and consolidate our regiments, but we'll do that in a second. Conversions are successful. That should be Rome. What is this? The riches of China? Time to end this empire. Gain a claim on an area, or Ming are our friends. Ming have not been our friends. Yeah, but it looks like we got a full reinforcement, so that is excellent. Go ahead and make the most of that. And you know what? There we go. Stack wipe. Excellent. Let's go ahead and march on over there. And I believe with that conversion that we just saw, that should be Rome done and dusted. They are now Orthodox. Let's go ahead and turn this into a state. And oh, we need... Hang on a second. No metropolitan. Okay, so... It is currently a territorial core, but we'll be able to fix that. And they're Umbrian. Huh. Okay, so I suppose we need to do a little bit of culture conversion. Right, okay, so we're going to have to wait till separatism disappears. At the moment, what does that look like? That's about 18 years. Okay, we'll still get this done. It's just going to take us a little bit of time, but at least it is a state, so that is nice. Admin power, do we go ahead and need any tech soon? Nope. So I suppose we may as well call that up and allow that to disappear. All very nice and good. In fact, yeah, autonomy's at 50%. These are some pretty decent bits of land, so that should be pretty solid as far as development is concerned. In fact, actually what we could do is, depending... How much is its governing capacity? Hang on. We have a governing capacity of 88. Okay, so that's quite expensive. We could potentially reduce this. I believe, what is it? Not expand infrastructure. Although, that certainly wouldn't be a bad thing depending on what things we've got. I think what we could do is centralize the state. Yeah, there we go. So 50 government reform and 50 admin. We could probably do that, make it a little bit cheaper, get a little bit of extra prosperity. But I think for now we'll just let things slide. Yeah, let's just go ahead and deal with... let us deal with things over in the Americas. Hopefully we can quickly clear out the last of these troops. Looks like... Let's see, 60,000. Let's go ahead and march on in that direction. We'll stay here for now, although you know what? No, no, no. We'll take every tiny little battle we can take. Again, if we can take them down piece by piece, that is the right way to take a battle. 4,000 men. There we go. That was a stack wipe. 200 in return is quite minimal. And then you know what? We're about to be attacked. It looks like they're locked on in. Alright then, let's go ahead and consolidate. This should be a very nice victory for us. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And then, where about you? Can we go ahead and chase them down? Yes, we can. You, my friends, I think we go ahead and we rinse and repeat. We're going to march across there. And then, I think at that point, we can just go ahead and, well, we'll have 71,000 of the 13 colonies surrounded, which will pretty much mean that no one else is around down here. Oh, how nice that will be. Look at that, 60,000 men marching their way up. That is brilliant. I don't think they know about that yet, but I'm sure they will and will not appreciate it. There's another stack wipe. There we go. Let's go ahead and... You know what? We need a... you know what? It's going to take us long enough to march across the country. Let's go ahead and quickly retake our fortification. We've got a 60 stack here and another 60 stack there. I doubt it's going to be too difficult for us to rid them from our potential lands. Siege of Scotland is over. Oh, we made it back onto that fort. That's excellent. Yeah, this is actually very good news because some of these are decent positions for us. Oh, and we also get potential upgrades if we want. Let's see, province modifier. Yeah, it would be... It's not here nor there at the moment. Unfortunately, it's only off this little area, so if we were to have a naval battle here, we would have a bonus. But I don't see that happening. Not for quite some time anyway. So either way, we'll let that be. And then... Yeah, I suppose we just keep on doing what we're doing here right now. Alright, so 29th we march across. And then... You know what? If they want to go ahead and fight us in the jungle, we can do that. That's fine. No crossing penalty for us. You guys can go ahead and chase them down. Come on. It's just about taking it each piece by piece. We are slowly gaining war score, so fingers crossed it continues. Alright. Oh, and we can invest in new ideas. So this will give us... Yearly naval tradition, blockade impact on siege, which gets us closer to more sailors and recovery as well. And then, yeah, then we want the heavies. Okay, so technically speaking, we are behind on tech. But realistically, we need the naval doctrine before we're going to need the cannons. So, we're going to go ahead and pick that up. Mind you, bonus innovativeness is always appreciated. That does make things a little bit cheaper. Yeah, let's see how it all goes. Alright, but either way, there we have it. That was a nice solid stack wipe at a very minimal cost. Looks like it is in jungle, but I think we can hold off for a second. We'll let these troops go ahead and march on through. We'll let these guys recover. We don't want to... I know we have an overwhelming morale advantage, but at the same time too, I would rather make sure that that goes. Looks like this is now back under our occupation. Let's quickly go ahead and... Yeah, you know what? You can autonomously siege for a minute. Yeah, we'll go ahead and autonomously siege. That should be fine. Actually, you know what? You know what? You're already locked in. Okay, we'll give it a day. And then I think what we'll do is we will split... And then... Anybody else? That should more or less be about enough. We'll go ahead and we'll quickly re-siege everything that we can find. Make sure that we get everything under control as swiftly as possible. Alright, and that should be very, very helpful. Alright, so you guys are marching across there. You guys can march across here. You'll be there on the 25th. They'll be there on the 21st. More than enough reinforcements. That's what we were after. Okay, so Yeah, there goes the stack wipe. That is excellent. You guys can... Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll do a quick handover. We'll let you march there. We'll send our other guys, and we're going to start marching our way north. We'll go ahead and work our way against British Mexico's capital. And then once we retake this province, we'll quickly zip on up over there and start dealing with all of that too. Oh, and apparently we have some independence for Florida. I have no idea what they're doing over there, but let's just double check. Oh, you know what? That's going to take them quite some time. Yeah, no, we'll be able to re-siege that with one of our small stacks fairly quickly. But again, it is, yeah, our focus is the New World right now until we can work our way across that jolly channel. Alright, but either way, let's go ahead and select all of these guys. That should be fine. We'll select all of you. Let's send you backwards a little bit. We'll re-siege everything we can get our hands on. That should be fine. Looks like we have... Oh, well, are we working on some of our subjects' cores? So it is. And apparently Napoli can now be converted too, which is nice. Yeah, but I guess we'll just go ahead and start working through all of these Catholics. There is no shortage of them, but luckily for us, that is some very quick conversion times. So we'll do that. Oh, and I see that we have our money. So let's go ahead and start investing in our future naval battles. Free oarsmen for extra combat ability. I don't think naval maintenance bothers us with our money. Capturing ships could be fun, but no. Yeah, this is the way that we go. We're going to go to sink everything that we can. That costs us a good chunk of change, but it is what is necessary. So, let's just start moving on forwards and see that we get everything done as soon as we can. Alright, losing some manpower. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. Let's see. Anything else that we can deal with? No, it's just going to be a matter of marching around. So you know what? I think what we could do is we'll quickly speed up to speed 4 for a second while we quickly re-siege here. That should be fine. Oh, we still have a 13 stack. Hang on a second. We'll break you down just a notch. Yeah, and we'll go... Send you here. There. That'll do. And then all of this is fairly well decided to be... Oh, we've got 2 little places that need retaking. So that'll be them. Everybody else, as they siege back land, we'll just go ahead and get them to regroup up in territory. Or even, you know what? We can start sieging down. Right, that's what we want to do. Yeah, that should be all good. Looks like they might be sending some troops down our way, but that is a-okay. We've got our larger armies moving forwards first. An invasion near Japan. 7 heavies, 120. Ooh. How many men are on that ship? Let's see. They've got 126 transports, which is a lot. They have a general of 5462. That's not bad. Well, you know what? We'll keep a careful eye on things. If needed, we will repulse them. But again, we do need to work our way through their numbers. But again, we have plenty of troops around. In fact, let's just double check. What is their manpower at the moment? Down to 151,000. Yeah, they're not much of an issue as far as land battles are concerned. It's just that silly navy that is causing us trouble. But we are working on it. And it may take us some time, but we will get there. In fact, let's just go ahead and double check. How long is it until our next idea? November 1780. So approximately a year and a bit per idea. That shouldn't take us too long. So we've only got a couple of years. Let's make sure that we go ahead and spend our money wisely. Now, I did see at some point there was a... what is it? A great project which I took note of, and it's in India somewhere. Oh, here we are. So this one gives us a larger force limit, a better maintenance fee, as well as a potential admiral cost. Yeah, it doesn't increase our It doesn't increase our naval engagement, but at the same time too, having better tradition and cheaper admirals is never a bad thing. Also too, it allows us to have more ships. So we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade that. We'll throw manpower at this because that is what we do best. Let's go ahead and I think a shift click is only appropriate, and then that's more or less done. 15th of December. Sure, 2 days to do it. I'll take what I can get. Oh, and then I think we should probably double check in on our production. Let's get our navy. That should do. We'll go ahead and we will send you. Let's see. You're our light ship fleet, so we'll ignore you there. We'll bring you over. Yeah, we'll send you all around here. That should be fine. I'm not really too concerned about Great Britain. I haven't seen any of their ships in the Mediterranean, so that is at least something. What have we got? Ports are blockaded. Yeah, that's fine. We'll ignore that for now. Can we build any more ships? I suppose a few more heavies wouldn't be out of the question. Let's build you. Yeah, around there, that should be fine. Definitely wishing we had some better shipyards, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, the locations where they're free, so we can get started on those, is probably the best way to do it. Yeah. Alright, so that should be fine. Oh, you know what? We also do have a whole heap of land over here as well now in Italy. Yeah, 280 odd days. Oh, that's fantastic. In fact, we might even go ahead and boost that up further. Yep, burning through all of our sailors, but it is what it is. Actually, I see a little red dot on our... it's just a single ship down here. Okay, so let's just double check. All of Russian La Plata is sorted. Russian Brazil, that's all good. We've got plenty of occupations. It looks like there's separatists for these guys. Let's go ahead and collect these troops. We should march them... I don't know, we'll just march them up around here for now. We should eventually regroup there. And then all of you fellas, let's march you across. And see about sieging some things down there. That would be very, very nice. And in fact, I think we can take all of you. Yeah, there we go. So we'll go... we'll drop the 60,000s. There we go. We don't need either of them. And then everybody else, we can more or less just march slightly further forwards. We do have a few troops for... Oh no, that's Russian Peru. Never mind. I thought they were enemies for a second. Yeah, we'll let them clear them out. That'll be good. And then we'll see what is left. Prestige or power. At the moment, I think we can... Let's just lose the prestige. That's pretty insignificant towards our overall goals. So that'll be fine. Let's also go ahead and Albania. Sure, you guys can have military access. We'll help you out, I suppose. And a few stack wipes. Excellent. And now... I think we can just quickly siege everything that we can. So everything here is selected. Yep, let's go ahead and go... we'll work our way across here. And that should be all of them. As we get more troops down over here, we'll march... We've already got most of them sorted, so that should be fine. Okay. Let's see. Any signs of any trouble? Yes, there is. Plenty of Newfoundland's troops. And the 13 colonies are trying to do something, but again... We just need to be systematic and make sure that we don't give them any quarter and... Oh, hang on a second. Looks like Gibraltar was a bit of a bother there. Huh. How many troops did they have? Let's see. 30 to 11... 24... I do not know what happened there. I guess this is in a mountainous terrain. They do have a pretty decent general... Maybe we just rolled incredibly poorly, but we didn't lose the army. We have another one marching across there, so they'll at least be able to help. Probably clear up the rest. Yeah, I suppose we just kind of chill out for a second. Yeah, no more military access has been offered. Nope. Okay, good. Good. Let's just focus on our issues right ahead of us. Oh, did they... They chased us down, didn't they? Oh, those rat bags. Okay, well... I guess we only fleed a single province. Well, that's a shame. There's a siege that is over and done with. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and march you up over here. We need to start engaging with some of their troops in short order. Alright. Alright. Lots of occupations are occurring, which is excellent. It looks like Russian Peru is chasing down some of them. Condottieri has been offered. To Baden of all people. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, but it's not really our concern. Things within the Empire are a little bit annoying. We don't have the pragmatic sanctions covered at the moment. We have a female heir, and yeah, Mecklenburg somehow managed to snipe the electorship, which is quite nasty, but either way, not much we can do about that, so we're going to ignore. We'll give that because I can't be bothered dealing with them. And then all of you guys... Yeah, we'll drop the 60 stack, and everybody else, we'll make sure we go... We'll deal with one of you, and then... So I think we're doing a pretty good job of that. Alright, so that should be the majority of British Mexico dealt with. It shouldn't take long for us to be able to take that fort. We've got men coming up over here, so we should be able to get rid of them. Yep, speaking of such fortifications, it has already fallen. Let's find our troops, and we will march you... I think we aim for... 13 colonies? Hang on, let's see, who's the strongest? They've got 50,000 men. British Louisiana has 97, 177 to Newfoundland. Mind you, their manpower is low. In fact, all of their manpower is insignificant. Yeah, they're going to start crumbling. I think we've definitely hit the snowballing spot where we're going to start running them over. The question is how long it's going to take us. But either way, with any luck, we'll be done with our naval ideas. We'll have built up a strong enough navy, and hopefully we'll be able to make landfall, which is the plan. But again, one step at a time. We can't get ahead of ourselves. Alright, so let's see. You, my friend, you're heading up over here. You're moving nowhere in particular. That's 70,000, we have 60,000. I think our stats are good enough where we can catch them out, so we'll try and chase them down. Yeah, we'll make our way around there and see what we can do. Let's see, yep, all of those occupations, just mass carpet sieging. I think it's the only way for us to go. Alright, trading in sugar, cost of reducing war exhaustion. Well, I suppose that's nice. How is our war exhaustion? Currently at 0. Yep, Great Britain's is down to 0.13, but I think they've been paying that down pretty expensively, so at a certain point they're going to become very unenthusiastic. Obviously everybody's at very low war enthusiasm, but it just is what it is, and we can't do much about that, so one province at a time. Alright, looks like we've got some rebels that have popped. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. British Mexican peasants, we should... Oh, there's 20,000 of British Mexico. Okay, hang on. We need to quickly regroup. All of you, let's go ahead and move up over there. That'll be some kind of, yeah, a grand company. So that's 20, that's 8, 12... 16, 20, so that is enough to go toe-to-toe. But they have no cannons. We will have... Equal cannons? Ew. Well, that ain't ideal, but it is what it is. We need all of you to march up through here. Avoid these guys if you can. Let's march down there and across. And then, well, I suppose we can march around them. Yeah, we may need to go ahead and get you guys to deal with these enemies. Again, we're not going to leave it up to the AI to try and sort things out. We want to make sure that we have our ducks in a row. We don't want to find ourselves in a spot of bother and relying upon the AI. It looks like we did lose another couple of troops, unfortunately, but that is what it is. Looks like separatists are definitely the thing. Let's march you up over there. Alright, come on. Let's just... We will deal with you in time. It's just a matter of how much. Alright, but you know what? Conversions are successful. You know what? It's pretty good. I just saw the time. I think what we'll do is we'll call things there. Eventually, hopefully, some of their ships will start dying to attrition, or at least soften them up so they can't help out back at the English Channel. But either way, we'll mop up some of their mercenaries, and then hopefully tomorrow we can chase down a couple more of their troops and start besieging the 13 colonies, work our way through Louisiana and Newfoundland, and being done with the Americas once and for all. It does look like our subjects are doing a pretty good job, so hopefully it will not take us too long. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.